we're gonna do a tutorial of sorts. I'm gonna go very slowly. I'm gonna try to be a lot more descriptive and limit the talking. I'm listening to you guys. I'm gonna do a little talking, not a lot. What the tutorial's about. So I have an old sausage stuffer, Shapley Hardware Company. This is made in St. Louis, patented 1897. So this is an old style, got a crank, big worm gear that comes down. Worm gear, I don't know what to call it. I want to clean it up. What I'm going to be doing is an electrolysis tank. So in this portion of the tutorial, I'm going to run you through how to make an electrolysis tank. So some things we need is your vessel, a bucket, electrolysis solution. I'm going to be using, this is laundry booster, and you need sodium carbonate. Not sodium bicarbonate, which is baking soda. You want sodium carbonate, maybe a cup per the 5 gallons. If that doesn't do it, put another cup in and mix it about. Once you see your reaction, then you know you have enough. Your sacrificial metal piece. And then your last thing you need, besides water, is some type of direct current device. So for this is a 10 amp old battery charger. We're gonna move this out to a well-ventilated area. Do not do this inside your home. Do it in a garage or outside. My garage is very open, very ventilated, so it's perfect. The reason for that is you will be producing hydrogen and oxygen gas. We don't want to do that in an enclosed area like a house. Normally hydrogen and oxygen make wonderful explosions, and I would love my house to stay in one piece, not millions of pieces. So we're going to pack all this up, we're going to take it out to the garage, and we're going to get that set up there. Alright, so we got our tank. I used about 1/4 of soap solution in this, the sodium carbonate. I just eyeballed it. There's no measurement. If you really need me to show you the exact measurement for this, go talk to somebody. You have a totally different problem. I can't help you with that. And this video ain't gonna help you with that either. It's a professional, which I am not. So I eyeballed it, and I used about 1/4 of the box, okay? Red, positive. Black, negative. It's pretty simple. So we're gonna start with this piece here. It's not touching. Now you know how it's working, because I just saw a bunch of sparks come off of that. 12 volts, and I'm gonna show you guys the bubbles. Okay. See all the bubbles? There is some issues. We're going to talk about just some quick issues of troubleshooting that if things happen. So, if you're using your electrolysis tank, you've set it up, you got your bucket, washing soda or sodium carbonate, your water, and tap water works fine. Okay, you put your anode in there, your sacrificial piece, which in this case would be steel, rebar. I used a lawnmower blade, and then you have your piece to be cleaned, okay? Your sacrificial piece, remember, is going to be your positive. Your piece that's getting cleaned, your negative. Positive is red, negative is black, just in case we didn't know. So if you have your battery charger that you're using for your DC current, okay, and you set it on there and nothing happens, remember, you should see bubbles, just like this, okay? And if you see that nothing is happening and you look on your battery charger and you know it's going to have 0 to 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and you don't see that dial moving. All right. 2 things you want to check. Switch buckets. We're going to start there. Pull everything out. Dry your attachments off. Okay. Unplug it. Pull everything out of your bucket and slowly drain your bucket into a new bucket. This is why. If you put excess washing soda in there, there's only so much sodium carbonate your water can hold before it's super saturated, okay? Once it's super saturated, everything else in there will be sitting on the bottom. Now what can happen? If you put your metal sacrificial anode in there, okay, then you put your other piece in there too, and they're both touching the bottom, okay? They're not stripping ions off each other with the negative and the positive, okay? Another thing is if you don't see any bubbles, check your sacrificial anode, okay? If you pull it out and it's just crusty and gunky, it's probably not getting a good connection to the water because it's pulled so much of that rust off and it's now attached. A simple brush, give it a brush off, you can hit it with a wire wheel, just take it back down to the bare metal as best you can, and that fixes that, okay? Test to make sure your battery charger is working. Easiest way to do this is plug it in, take your 2 connections, scrape them together. If you scrape them together and sparks come off of them, it's working. And probably what's going on is that either the connections themselves have rust on them and they're making a poor connection, they're just not reaching where they were supposed to do, or you got them wet. We're just gonna let that sit in there. We're gonna let that sit in there, I don't know, until it's done. Could be hours, could be minutes, I don't know. I don't keep track of these things. I ain't got time for that. I'll set it in there until it's done, which is however long it needs to take. And it's about as simple as that.